Welcome to Single Mothers in Progress Interactive System, which we call SIS. This is a customized system powered by Odoo and developed by NeuroSolutions and Zillion Group. This is our basic training tutorial, part 1. Further tutorials will be provided for each department. In this video, you will learn the following: how to change your preferences, how to check in and out, how to input and check your timesheets, how to find your tasks, logging your documents, communicating with your team and followers, as well as how to use your calendar, how to add and remove followers, how to create a task, how to schedule an activity, how to create a ticket, and how to request time off. Now let's log in. By now you'd have already received your login information through an invite from the system. So once you log in, you should be able to have full access to all the applications on the left here that you need to do your work. There are a lot of apps, so you may not see all on yours. It just depends on the department that you're a part of. So first we're going to start with changing your preferences and uploading your picture. All team members have a picture that allows us to see each other a little bit better while we communicate. So in order to do that, you would go here to your preferences and you would change your picture by clicking this edit link right here. If your picture is taking too long to load, that might mean that your picture size is too large and you will have to shrink it, but most picture sizes are fine. After that, you will have to check whether you want to have all your notifications come to you through your email or through this system. Either which way is good. It just depends on how often you actually log into the system or how you prefer receiving your communication. Once you've made that decision, you're going to need to create a signature in here. Information will be provided to you by your manager or the volunteer coordinator in order to ensure that it does have the correct information. You'll then save that section so that your preferences have been updated. It may take a moment for the system to generate your picture. However, it will do so in a matter of time. So next you're going to want to know how to log in and out. So you would need to go to attendances. And once you go to attendances, you will then be able to click this link right here, which will log you in. When you're ready to leave, you go back to attendances, you click this out, and it will log you out. Once you know how to log in and out of the system, you'll want to be able to know how to find your tasks. So in order to find tasks, you'll need to go to project. Once you go to project, you will see all of the various projects that are handled by the various different departments. This section would more be used for someone who has more full understanding of the system. So we'll get a little bit further into that in tutorial part 2. However, for now, I would go to tasks. When you go to tasks, you'll see that in the search bar automatically will come up my tasks. This will allow you to see every task that has been assigned to you. Once you're able to see all your tasks, then you will be able to do your work, log your documents, and so forth. So since there's no task here, we're just going to create a test task just so that we can learn how to create a task at the same time as learning how to do the other functions in the task. So we're going to name this task test. Once you've named your task, you're going to choose the project that it belongs to. I'm going to choose admin for now. If there's a deadline, you will create your deadline. If there's a reminder, if you need to be reminded, you will click reminder. So that way, the system will always remind you of this upcoming task. And this section will be a description of the task outline. So this is a test. So our test description right now is to create a task. Oh, sorry, I had a bit of an error there. That may happen as we currently are doing some upgrades into the system, and it should stop within the next couple of days. If you do see an error like that, just try to press OK to come out of it. If it doesn't work for you, I will also show you how to create a task. Create a ticket. My apologies. Okay, so once you create your task, you're now gonna save it. Once it is saved, you will now see that there is a section here down below because it's now have been created. If it's created for you, this will already be here. So in order to, so now actually, you know what, let's go back to your tasks so that you're able to see now. So now under my tasks, I now have this test task. Sorry again. So here we're going to go back to the test and we're going to scroll down to the log notes. Down here is where you will be posting information in regards to this task. All tasks are done by teams. Even though you may be responsible for the task, there may be other people that are in the task that are helping. It just depends on the demands of the task that's being completed. So let's say I have somebody else in the system that I want to, let's say I have, here I have 3 followers, right? So here are my 3 followers. Every task has followers. If you don't have followers in your task, then you should be adding your team members that belong to that task, or it will already be done for you by your manager. So if you want to post a log note of something you did today. So today I tested creating a new task. And I'm going to log this note. As you can see here, it is logged. However, it will not directly go to anyone. They will only be able to see it if they come to this task. If I want to attach one person in this task, I'm going to go into log notes and I'm going to put the @ sign and I'm going to attach the person that I want to attach. So here I'm going to add myself and I'm going to say the test task worked. Now when I log this message will automatically be sent directly to me and only me. However, if I want to send a message to all of my followers, I'm going to go to send message. Once I go to send message, I'm going to say test message worked. Now when I do this, every one of the followers will receive this message by email or by the system, depending on the way their preferences have been set up. So now you know how to create the task, how to understand using this task and where to find the description, how to log your notes, how to communicate with your team members. You also know how to find your tasks. So I'm going to go through that again. You're going to go to projects. You're going to go to search, tasks, and here you will find my task in the search and everything assigned to you will appear. So you're going to click on here. And now we're back to this task again so that we can learn some more of our topics in this tutorial. So now we're going to learn about our timesheets. In order to create a timesheet, you must edit the task. Once you go to edit, you're going to click on timesheets and you're going to add an item. Today, so we're going to add today. Automatically, since you're logged in, your name should come up. However, if you're working in somebody else's task and it's not assigned to you, their name will come up and you will have to adjust to find your name. Let's say that we had to delete. You will not have to write your entire name. Just the first 3 or 4 letters will bring up your name, and that will allow you to select yourself easily. In here, you will put the description of what you created, or what you did, sorry. And you're going to put how long it took me. So here, I'm going to say it took me 5 minutes. And once you've done that, you're now going to save. Okay, so as we can see here, this account that I'm on right now is not fully set up. I've just created this to give it this training video. So I will ensure that I continue to build on this one so that I can go further on the next tutorial. However, that is how you would save your timesheet. So right now, since I'm having a problem with this timesheet, it actually works out. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to customer support. Since I didn't save, it's going to ask me if I want to proceed, which I do because I was unable to save it how I wanted. The task will always remain saved because we did do that. You're going to create a ticket and you're going to put a subject. You will then put how important it is. This is mighty important. We need to be able to keep track of your hours, so I'm going to put high. The assigned user would be me because that's who's putting in the ticket. The partner, for technical support, this should actually already come up. It's not coming up here. As I said, it's not fully set up, so that will come up for you. You're just going to put in your name here, email. You're going to choose a category. So we're going to choose technical support. And you're going to put a description. Most of the time when you get an error, there will always be an error code. This is where you will copy and paste the error code. Once you have done so, you're going to save and your ticket will be then created and sent to the correct department. So now you know how to change your preferences by going here to preferences. You also now know how to log in and out by going to attendances and checking in. You now have an understanding of how to create your timesheets, but let me show you where you can actually look at your timesheets. If you click on timesheets, you are now able here to see all of your timesheets. This search bar is showing you it's only looking at this week. So you can close it and it will then show you all of your timesheets. So now you know how to input timesheets and how to check for all of your timesheets. You also now know how to find your tasks. Once again, you're going to project, search, tasks, and you'll find your tasks. Logging documents. So in order to log your documents to a task that you have done, you're going to go in here and you're going to log the link. Once you log the link so your team is able to access it, you are then able to log it and it will be there for everyone's use. You now also know how to communicate with your team. In order to access your calendar, you're going to go to calendar. And here in calendar, you are now able to access anything that you have scheduled. If you then need to access someone else on your team or someone else in the office that you need to schedule appointments for, you're going to go right in here and once again, I'm not connected, so it's not coming up. However, you will be able to pull up the names here and select the person. Once again, you always just need to put in the first 3 or 4 letters and your items will start to appear, making it easier for your input. Then you'll be able to see the person and yourself who you selected, the calendar, and be able to make appointments effectively. So in order to request time off, you would go to Leaves and you would just go to create, and you're just going to fill out this information here, and it will let us know the days that you're going to need taken off. Once you save it, it will go to your manager for approval. And this is if there's a sick day, you're not able to make your shift, this is the way that you would let us know that. And you would save it. I'm going to go to discard for now. That way I'm not saving an unnecessary request. So the last but not least, I'm going to show you how to create an activity. So when you're in projects and you're working on your tasks, if there is something that you need to do real quickly in your task, you can create an activity. This allows you to note what you need to do. So you can email, call, have a meeting, or it's something that you just need to do. You can assign it to yourself or to someone on the team, create a deadline, and give them a description of what it is that you're asking to be done. You will then go to schedule. So today I'm just going to say to do. This was already filled out. We're going to put a test here, and we're going to put test here. So here we're going to schedule this test. Here now you see that we have this test here scheduled. In order to complete it, we're just going to mark done. You're going to put your information here, and you're just going to click done. So I'm just going to go to done for now because I'm going to say completed. And there you go. And then that will show that the activity has been completed. If this task now has another task that is linked to this task, you're going to go to subtasks. And when you go to subtasks, you're now going to create a new task. Once you create this new task, if you just press add, it's just going to come up. If you press edit, it will automatically open up. And it's just like a regular task. It's going to appear exactly the same way. All the functions are the same way. The only thing is, now when you go to your tasks, you will now see that there is now a subtask. So now that is everything for this tutorial. Hopefully this is able to give you a start, and we will be providing new training tutorial videos for each department as well as for further things to do within these apps. Thank you very much.